Thank you, Zach Douglas. Thank you for allowing us to interview you today. It means a lot. Thank you for giving up your valuable time. So, with this interview, let's get into exactly what you do. So, understand you work at a after-school program at a community center. So, can you tell us about some of the things that you do here?
Yeah, so I work at an after-school program at a community center. So basically, we take care of many kids, varying from, I would say, 30 to 50 kids at the community center. And we make sure that after they come home from school, they have something to do, because we know in the communities nowadays that there's a lot of violence, and we don't want anything to, have the kids get caught up in any of that violence. We want them to have something to do, they can learn and stuff like that. But also, our community center also looks to build kids, teach them stuff like public speaking and knowing how to collect themselves throughout in society, and be very know how to operate in the workings of society nowadays. I'd like to focus on that.
What would you say is the hardest part about your job as far as working with young people?
The hardest part about working with young people is that young people are very they each have their own personality, because they're still trying to grow into themselves and trying to figure out how to work with each individual student. You can kind of find it difficult, but it's an amazing experience, because when you see them when they first come, and then once they get out, it's just amazing how they look and how they've grown so much.
Wow. What would you say is the best part about your job?
The best part, exactly the same thing. Just seeing how much they've grown, and seeing, how they went from maybe a troubled kid who had a one-parent household. They didn't really know what to do, and they came to us. And then now they're coming out, they're going to college, and they're just making big strides. They want to be a doctor, and they're getting high A's. It's amazing.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself as far as what got you into wanting to work with kids? Was this something you always knew you wanted to do as a young man?
Actually, no. It's not something that I thought I was going to do. Actually, when I went to college, I was an engineering major, and I didn't feel like it was for me. I was more into helping other people out, and mostly it was children who I had the best experience with helping. And I kind of found a niche where I can really guide children from being one way and then guiding them to being another way, which is bettering themselves. And I just love doing that, and I love seeing that growth. And I just wanted to pursue that as a career, so I switched into doing that.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to taking the time to allow me to interview you. It really means a lot. Really appreciate the work that you're doing for the community, because it's really a great thing that you're doing. Kids need mentors, especially kids who don't have much, and the fact that you take the time every day to do it, it's very inspiring. So thank you, sir, and thank you for lending a hand to your community. You're doing a great thing. Thank you.
That means a lot. Thank you.
No problem.